Okay, Huntered, we take those. Huntered. Artificer could be good, but we go balls deep for the card draw. It is sexy. Can we see black? Duh. There you go. That was black. Just for... Where'd my quest go? Where the fuck did my quest go, chat? Welcome to another video, boys. Today I'm gonna give you a quick Lifesteal Quest Demon Hunter guide with some gameplay from my Climb to Legend last stream. The deck is surprisingly fun to play, even though I was skeptical about it. You should definitely give it a try and see if you enjoy it. It is definitely a different way of playing Hearthstone, so if you tried plenty of things out there and you're not having too much fun right now, definitely give this one a go. It's not an easy deck, but it definitely pays off when you learn how to pilot it correctly. Anyway, I would really appreciate it if you drop a like and a subscribe to the channel. It's really gonna help out a lot. Lately, it has been pretty slow, but after the last video, a lot of you actually did subscribe, liked, and comment, and it really did help. So please keep on doing what you're doing. Thank you in advance. Now, let's get into the guide. Alright, so here are the best performing Lifesteal Quest Demon Hunter in the last 3 days in Top 1000 Legend. These lists are pretty much the same, with the main difference being one Philosophy in this list and one Viper in this list. The list I ran actually ran one less Guild Trader for one Philosophy, and I do believe it worked out wonderfully. But the thing is, the Guild Traders actually do reduce their costs and keep it reduced after you trade them away, so it could be a good idea to try with 2 Guild Traders too. But the thing is, I really like Philosophy, so you can actually double up your Morgue Artificers and sometimes even buff them up, which can be pretty good against classes with no spells, for instance. This also lets you use your Morgue Artificers a lot more freely, and you don't have to worry about them using them in defensive ways. Anyway, let's open this list from the last 7 days, which has the most games. There are quite a few neat little tricks you can do with this deck, and it's definitely gonna feel awkward for you at first, but once you get the hang of it, you can't stop winning with it. A few key interactions you need to know about some of these cards would be, for instance, that Fellscream Blast can be used on your own minions. So even if the opponent is playing around your lethal, you can still do it with absolutely no board from their side and just do it on your own minions. The Sigil, for instance, would be pretty good for you in the early game, but it's not so amazing in the late game, so you definitely want to get this in your mulligan, and you also want to plan out how you use it so you can actually tick off a quest progression with it too. With Tuskpiercer, careful how you're using it, because the only Death Rattle minion you're running is the Peddler, so make sure to trade it off back in your hand before you swing with the Tuskpiercer's last charge. And also another cool thing you could try is actually re-equip another Tuskpiercer over it, so you can get the Death Rattle card draw action going faster. With Morgue Artificer, obviously, you know what it does at this point, it doubles up everything, including your opponent's spells, so be careful how you use it. And don't forget, it also doubles up the lifesteal action for you too, so you can heal off a lot with your Fellscream Blast and your Eye-Beam too. Talented Arcanist is a very easy card to misplay with, because it does eat the +2 spell power on the first spell you play. So if you're trying to do something like a Talented Arcanist into Spectral Sight, for instance, and then use a damaging spell, well, tough luck. You already wasted the +2 spell damage. So be careful how you use it, and always try to use your Fellscream Blast with it first, because that is the biggest damage output you're gonna be getting with the +2 spell power this thing has. But don't forget you can also use it for a big 6 damage Immolation Aura, which can also be the difference between life and death. With Acrobatics, generally you want to be playing it after you've completed the quest, because that way you're pretty much guaranteeing you're gonna get 4 cards out of it, and they're all gonna be discounted by 2. But in some cases obviously you are gonna need to use it early on, just so you can continue with your quest progression. Eye-Beams are obviously great for OTK, but they're also pretty good for you to stabilize early on, so don't feel too threatened to use them defensively in the early game if you must. And same goes for the Fellscream Blast. Technically you only need one Fellscream Blast to do the OTK later on, as long as you get enough spell power damage action going. And you can even do it with only a single Eye-Beam, but you're definitely gonna need a lot of spell power for that to work. No Hands Gamer actually has a pretty good chart with all of the damage amplification action going, and I'm gonna shamelessly steal it, while not so shamelessly giving him a shout out, because he's an amazing player, grandmaster and coach as well. And you can check him out on YouTube and Twitch. So there you go. I think I paid for that. You can also check out his guide about Quest Lifesteal Demon Hunter too. Glide is the next very important keycard in the current meta for this deck. With it, you can screw around with your opponents pretty badly, and you can finish off your second step of the quest with a single glide as well. You have to be careful how you want to be playing it against different opponents, because against aggressive classes which dump their hands early, you don't want to have it outcasted, so you might consciously have to keep something on the left side of it so you don't accidentally have it in the outcast position and basically block it out for a good play for you. Whereas when you're playing against classes like Hand Warlock or even Rogue for instance, it's gonna be great for you to be able to outcast it, because those tend to generate a lot of cards in their hand, and also the Rogue sets up with Octobot a lot, so you definitely want to be shuffling that stuff back in and lose the discount for them. Like I said with the Guild Traders, after you do the discount with Curtis, you're gonna be able to actually drop him down to 0 if you trade him a couple of times. We already talked about the Peddler, and finally Ilginat, the man of the hour, the 6 mana 4/8, is still pretty much live and kicking, and usually you do get to drop him down to 4 mana, which is definitely very playable for you. In some cases you might even want to tempo out Ilginat, especially when you've already burned a lot of your lifesteal action already, because in some cases you can technically just tempo him out and finish the game from the board, because you do have plenty of minions in reality, with Peddler, Guild Trader, and even the Morgue Artificers, as long as you're playing against a class that doesn't run any removal spells. Now let's check out the matchups. Don't feel too frightened, but they look pretty horrible. And whose fault is that? Well, the players. The deck is very strong and very potent, but it really comes down to how good the player is with this deck, because the skill cap for it is through the roof. It is very easy to play poorly with it, but if you start playing it correctly, this is gonna be a lot greener. The good news is, if you're sick of quest mages, garrote rogues, and also big control warriors, you're probably gonna have a very easy time winning with those, even if you don't know what you're doing. But for the rest of them, it's probably gonna take you a little bit more skill to do that. For the mulligan, when you're going first, you are gonna want to get card draw cards. With Tuskpiercer, Sigil, Glide, Spectral Sight, especially if it's outcastable, and maybe even the Guild Trader, so you can trade it off, which is basically a 1 mana draw card. When going second, you're still going for the card draw, but you also might want to be keeping something like Immolation Aura or even Fellscream Blast against some faster classes. But definitely don't keep those if you don't already have some good card draw going for you. Needless to say, don't be a dumbass like me and always keep your quest. Anyway, I really do believe that the deck is worth crafting and worth learning. It's a very niche deck, but it has a very interesting playstyle, and if you're looking for something new, it probably will strike your fancy. You only have 2 legendaries in there and only 4 epics, which you already probably have, so it's not gonna break the bank either. Anyway, hope you enjoy the games I have in store for you. And again, don't forget you can check me out on Twitch every Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday and Sunday as well. Now let's jump into the games. Enjoy! Okay, this is not bad. Yeah, really. For sure. That guy got annihilated, deleted. Okay, that's a questy. This glide could be interesting, especially with that coin flipping around in his hand. He's probably gonna waste it before we get to do it though. These light beams don't spark joy. Yeah, whatever. Doesn't matter. Oh, use the coin. Bugger. Well, there's the I-beam. Best card to discount, that's for sure. Spectral Sight. Take those. Get away from me. Okay. He already has one gizmo in there. He's gonna get another one. Okay, we're happy to fuck up this. Hopefully he doesn't gizmo now. He definitely could. Just thinking about it. He is doing it. Not the best, not the worst. Well, one less gizmo. I guess we take those. He is smart the way he positioned this. Taking 6 damage here. I mean, we have a lot of good card draw here. Might as well just draw it as is. He only has 4 cards in there.
Pleasure doing business.
Okay. I should have played it a little bit differently. Should have just traded off the Viper here. There was no reason for me to play it outcast like that. Hey, how's it going, Labramaniac? How you been? How you doing? Thank you for the hosticle.
I wonder.
That's a fine burn.
Demons. Demons. My quest, my revenge, now and here.
Am I in danger? I don't need to be in. This is my second I-beam. If I missed one healing again, fuck me. Still, removing that free one kinda important. This guy's positioning pretty well. It's not a fluke, he knows what he's doing. He has 2 gizmos in hand. One more SI and he gets the guy. If he doesn't have the SI Extortion or Shadow Step, he doesn't get to play the guy right now. Okay, I guess he is gonna get to play the guy. But I'm gonna glide that shit, so it's kinda good. Problem is, he still gets to stealth it. He might fizzle me though. Let's find out. Okay, well, we are gliding that shit. Yep. Sucks to be him. Okay. $17 damage showing. Okay, this is a lot better. Still have both my emulations, Aura. Didn't find any of them. Right now he could be lucky with the plus damage and the battle. Of course he gets the Wind Fury. It's not enough yet for 1 man, I think it's fine. Okay. Immolation Aura, where are you, bitch? There it is, there goes it. Let's see if we can find lethal though. I have a feeling we might. Problem is I gotta waste my second Fell Blast. Not a fan of that. Still have an I-Beam in there and another Illidari Study. Kaboom shakalaka. Moist. That was good. I just can't wait for the day where I'm gonna play Immolation instead of the Fell Screen Blast. I just know I'm gonna do that at some point, so hold tight, boys. It's coming. We are gonna brain fart. It's gonna be a brain diarrhea more like it, but we will be doing it at some point, trust me. If this guy ain't pirate quest like the last one, immolation not that amazing. I'd rather get card draw here, especially when going first. You're back. What is this? Okay, it does seem like he does have the quest. Thank God we have some card draw action. Because if we don't, things can get awfully slow. Should I waste the Talented Arcanist right now just because it stalls my card draw? I will. Feels wonky, but he is dispensable in the end of the day. We have so much more spell damage action, and if it costs me quest progression, that ain't good.
Pirate stuff. Pleasure doing business.
It's not a bad card to discount. Makes it easier to possibly do the thing. Okay, this Viper is gonna be important in a reality where he is running Bulwark. Okay. Okay, that's mildly annoying. Acrobatics is a little iffy right now. Let's try. Well, we do get to finish it. That's a cool glide. Possibility. So far we've discounted quite a few good stuff. What the fuck, this guy's aggro as fuck.
No, that's not right.
Saves the weapon. Cheeky. Cheeky Gia, one might say. This 3-4 is super annoying because it's gonna get the Divine Shield, but problem is this also lives. That was a little bit iffy, but we still have tons of healing left. What card did he just play? The Steel Dancer is what he was asking, I'm assuming, because he did not play the Frenzy guy. Okay.
In the box? Pirate stuff.
If I get to do a good glide here, I wouldn't be too mad. Okay. Can somebody add this deck into the commands. Would appreciate. We're a little bit lower than we would like to be. I think I'm gonna use the Viper as a removal. It's 4 damage less, so we take those. Still have a Fell Screen Blast in there and an I-Beam. Gotta be careful. Yellow. Well, gotta warn you, it's pretty ugly. Yeah, that is yellow. Enjoy. Hate to break it to you, but this is what yellow performance looks like. If I get Glide here, I would enjoy hurting this person. It was weird for him to show me like that. Got the Glide.
Was that right?
That was not right. I don't mind doing this for now. Yeah. Soon. Streamer luck, you know it, man. Gotta let the yellow shine for a little bit, Boltar. Remind me in a few minutes. Let's let Biz get his points worth. Yellow is a hard color for webcams, I can tell you that much. Yogi, where are you, bitch? Yogi is lethal now. We are gonna get him. We are getting him, chat. We are getting him, chat. I could have sworn I had an Ilginat in this bitch.
Pleasure doing business.
I am getting it, chat. Am I seriously?
Pleasure doing business.
Yeah, game tried. Not even kidding. Game fucking tried. Game fucking tried me there. What color is the best for cams? Not yellow. I don't know. Blue is pretty good. Red's pretty good. Purple looks pretty dope. Yeah, it's only Death Rattle. Can some mods edit the command bless? Another Paladin? Well, first one was easy enough, but it's definitely not an easy matchup. Let's see, let's see. We are off to the face races. Belegirth. Belegirth. Yup. Ilginat in my starting hand. That is not what you want to see. Pick. If he has both the secrets, he's gonna play the horse first, so I trigger without triggering. Try to trigger. Yup. Well, we get to complete the quest without double jump.
I grow impatient.
Might as well get that divine shield while it's only all that.
Pleasure doing business.
I should have done this first, because now I run the risk of top decking the peddler again.
Another happy guildie.
Okay, I did not. Nope, it does not. That is why it doesn't get affected by basically any negative cards. You don't get to spend more mana on it. And stuff like that. And yeah, the horse does not trigger, among other things. Okay, what do we get? That's something. Nice.
I see.
Well, if I acrobatics I complete it, double jump is very risky. I mean, double jump doesn't get me there for sure. And this is not bad to discount, this as well. Peddler, not amazing, but the others are decent. Problem is, this Ilginat is too fucking expensive, dude. We'll see, we'll see. Do we have any mods in the chat? Any?
Reporting for duty.
Guidance. Oh, for fuck's sake, what am I supposed to do with that? Glide, save me now. Well, both Yogs are out.
Pleasure doing business.
Could I beam the 2-2? Let's do that, because hand size is gonna be a problem, I just know it. Good butt, thank you. Thank you, Shadow. I only like you as a friend. Okay, there's the horse. What?
For the alliance and my family.
Yeah. Ooh, a glide. Not sure it's too worth right now, though. Okay, another one of those.
I grow impatient.
Which one do I sacrifice here? I guess a 1 mana fell. Wouldn't mind an immolation aura at some point. Detente, por favor. Yeah.
Pleasure doing business.
I grow impatient.
I don't think he has lethal outs right now. Congrats, my guy.
Time grows short.
That gives him 2 if I'm not mistaken. I am not. Gets to cycle him. He actually can give 2 of those on that end. What? Leaves me with 7. Okay. What a triumph indeed. Thanks, idiot.
One day.
Good job, you idiot. Let me get that face damage in. Am I too off? No, right? I'm very much on. GG. I am very much on. Well, he should have killed my 7/7, I do believe. Not that it would have mattered, but definitely didn't do himself any favors there. Alrighty, let's see the dumpster legend we have earned. 56% win rate, not the worst. Whoop. Wow. Seriously, game? It is almost half the month past, my guy. Like, seriously? I didn't even try, honestly. Like, what the fuck, dude? I literally reached with decks I didn't play with, and I'm still top 1000. I was literally starting to believe I'm above 2000 at this point. What?